coming out to this event. It's going to be a ton of fun. And you know, without you guys, the customers, we don't really have anything, right? We can have the coolest products in the store, we can have awesome staff, but without your guys' continued support, we don't really have anything. So seriously, you guys, thank you so much. And I'll let Steven take it over from here and kind of go over how the day's going to look.
Thanks, Britt. So my name's Steven Nielsen. I'm the co-owner of Western Overland Adventures with my buddy Scott here. We're going to be leading this trip. We're going to be going up Mirror Lake Highway and then across the north slope of the Uintas. We're going to be stopping at some great old historic sites, a lot of logging history up here that we'll go over. It's one of the most scenic drives in Utah, the Mirror Lake Highway. So it's going to be very pretty. Everybody's going to enjoy it. Hopefully some of the leaves are starting to change color, so it's going to be a great view. We'll cruise up and then we'll get off pavement. We'll air down. We'll kind of go over some of the trail ethics that we expect while you're on the trail. And then we'll take off for the fun part, which is the dirt. If you want to start getting loaded up, we'll start heading out here in just a few minutes. Okay?
Who's ready to have some fun?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for this portion of our little trip. We did a day trip with Expedition Superstore, put it together. This is their awesome little Jeep Gladiator back here. Bunch of different rigs that all came out, and they did a giveaway, and it was pretty awesome because they had a guide, Steven, who was very knowledgeable about the area that they took us through. So it was very cool to get some of the history behind the area that we were checking out. Now everybody's airing back up and going to be heading out from here. This was our last stop at Fort Bridger here in Wyoming. So that's going to wrap up this little section for us, but now we're going to go find a camp spot and enjoy the rest of our weekend camping. All right, to give you a quick little tour of our campsite, we're just off Mirror Lake Highway up in the Uintas in Utah. Nice little spot that we have here. Came with a fire ring, so we do have a fire going. I need to kind of stoke it a little bit, just make sure that it doesn't go out. But check this out. How is this view? We got the Uintas behind the trees here, or more of the Uintas. Got the sunset going on right behind me here. Got a nice little stream. Great spot for ATV activity and stuff like that, but this is a nice little kind of secluded little camp spot, and I'm pretty happy we found it. Now what we got is time for dinner. One of the things that's really nice about camping is you kind of have to come up with some creative ways to cook food. Tonight, it's camp pizza. So, tortilla, pizza sauce, we got pepperonis, and then what else we got? We got some sausage. Sausage and cheese. Cook it up on a cast iron skillet, and then you fold it over and you've got a camping calzone. So that is what's sounding really good tonight. Well, this is definitely a keeper.
It's easy.
All right, we are getting ready for bed here. Here I got my cargo lights on. Just as we're kind of getting ready for bed, letting the fire go out. I'm enjoying the last of my little cigar here. It's a nice little flavored one. It's a Java flavored cigar. But we're gonna wrap up the night here. This beautiful camp spot. It is very chilly, so we're gonna bundle up and call it a night. Well, good morning. Here we are, got a fire started. It was very, very cold, and I have to say, we were not prepared for how cold it got. Yeah, lesson learned. You only need to be taught it once, but we did make it. It was bundled up. I don't know if you can, let's see here. Up on here, kind of see how wet it is, but we also had a ton of frost just on everything. Coated this morning. They trip over a tree stump. But it's always the initial getting out of the blanket, sleeping bag in the cold that kind of does it for you. But it was cool. We did hear a couple of elk out here. One of them sounded really, really close. I think kind of on the other side of the little pond here. But yeah, there's one that sounded real close here. There's a few up off in the distance. But it also could have been some bow hunters, because it is kind of bow hunting season, so they could have been calling as well. But I didn't get out and check. I wanted to stay warm. So we're having a beautiful sunrise. Like I said, we got our fire going, and we're going to be cooking up some breakfast here pretty soon, and then heading out. Alright, now one thing I gotta say about cooking in a cast iron skillet is you definitely get a different look and a different texture than you would probably at home. So that's camping food for you. Alright, now one of the issues you run into with a percolator is you might get coffee grounds in your coffee. So if you don't like that, you can run it through a strainer. And there you go. You got a nice hot cup of joe. Alright, well, we just got back from a hike that led us all the way back up in the trees there. It was kind of a nice little it was an easy hike because it was kind of a forest road, but very cool to kind of get back up there, get a little exercise while we're out here. Now we're back at camp, and it's time for lunch now. So got some the buffalo chicken cooking up. So this is gonna be good eating for lunch. All right, now I have to call out a fellow YouTuber, Ang, for his camping journeys. And I gotta say, if you're not getting your truck dirty on your camp trips, are you really doing it right? Ooh, shots fired. What do you got? All right, so as we wrap up this little camp trip, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me on this video. And remember to kind of live by the tenet of leave the campsite better than you found it. So we have been able to pick up a little bit around here. We actually found a used chain from a chainsaw, so we're going to take that with us. But just remember to kind of leave your campsites better than you found it, so that way you can enjoy it for years to come. So we're going to wrap up here. I greatly appreciate you guys. If you did enjoy this video, make sure that you smash the like button. Leave me a comment down below letting me know if you like these kind of videos. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We're getting up there in subscribers, and I greatly appreciate it with all you guys. So thank you so much for joining me on this. We're gonna take off here, so that way we can enjoy the Uintas a little bit later. We'll catch you in the next video. I appreciate you guys. Thanks again. Peace.